20-year-old from the northeast coast of New South Wales. I've tried some remote coaches in the past. They kind of left the guesswork up to me. Didn't sit well, didn't see results, and I was in the dome. I wasn't sure where I could improve. Being Australian, we haven't had the experience or the exposure to such good trainers as Jack. In 3 to 4 months, we saw some results. I was about 83, 85. In that block, I was 88, 90. Pretty focused on the skill, becoming an athlete, becoming comfortable. I'd get on a mound and I kind of didn't know where everything wanted to go. So it was a lot about learning about myself, about how my body wanted to move through ranges, and then experimenting with different things, being consistent, throwing as much as I could with intent. It's just a complete total buy-in. So the more your time you spend doing a task, the better you'll get. If you don't know much about the skill, it's hard to progress.
Okay, I'm here with Jayden. Jayden is from Australia, which is
Yes,
very,
sir.
very exciting because we talk either late at night here in the States or very early in the morning here in the States, and it's a completely different time for him. But the game is the game. He's a ball player, a darn good one at that. He's got some exciting stuff coming up, hopefully here in the very near future. But I will stop talking. I will pass it off to him. Jayden, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and ultimately how you found me and how we kind of started working together.
Yeah, so 20-year-old from the northeast coast of New South Wales, around the Byron Bay region. Um, I've tried some remote coaches in the past, and I really didn't see one-to-one with their ideologies really. Didn't sit well, didn't see results, and then I think I found Jack I think I found you on TikTok, right? And I reached out through Instagram. I
Okay.
kind of got segued into into his funnel, and we lined up a call, and I was like, um, there's not many guys in the space that I see eye to eye. So I sat down for a biomechanical lesson, and I was I'll be honest, I was hearing some words I've never heard before. I've never been being Australian. We haven't had the experience or the exposure to such good trainers as Jack. And it's a whole new ball game really. And I sat down for 30 minutes and I was like, yeah, this is my guy. I'm gonna give him a shot, I'm gonna give him a shot. And in 3 to 4 months, we saw some results. I was about 83, 85, and by the end of it, I was in that block, I was 88, 90. So yeah, yeah. Um, yeah.
All right. Sick. Okay, so now tell me a little bit about the things in your opinion that were the most important or made the most impact on you being able to make that jump in the first 3 months. It could be anything,
Um,
throwing wise,
yeah.
lifting wise, mobility, anything.
Yeah, I think from the get-go, we kind of outlined my strength capacity was decent, so we addressed other areas, such as a genuine throwing program. I have done remote coaching in the past, and they haven't really given me a throwing program. Um, so I was we were in the gym 4 days a week, but other than that, it was pretty focused on the skill. So becoming an athlete, becoming comfortable throwing. So that's probably the biggest thing to me was I'd get on a mound and I kind of didn't know where everything wanted to go. So it was a lot about learning about myself, about how my body wanted to move through ranges, and then experimenting with different things and you know being consistent, throwing as much as I could with intent, and I kind of and then being athletes. So we were throwing long toss from athletic variations or one knee throws, um, and it kind of self organizes your body through the program that we had, or catches throws, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So now, what advice would you give someone who is in a similar spot to you, or they're in a similar spot to where you were at, what kind of advice would you give them as far as taking the next step in their career, or the steps that need to be taken, or what you've kind of learned over the past year or so?
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
So I think I just it's just a complete total buy-in. So the more your time you spend doing a task, the better you'll get. But that said, if you don't know much about the skill, it's hard to progress. And I think investing in a remote coach such as Jack, it takes the guesswork out of applying yourself, out of, Jack's been there, he's done that, he knows how to get results. There's A plus B method that, it equals consistency, it equals velocity. There's a tried and true step by step kind of segue to get there, to get the results. Before Jack, I was saw some other remote coaches, and they kind of left the guesswork up to me, and I was in the dome. I wasn't sure where I could improve. So then I guess you just throw everything at once. You try to improve everything at once, and then you lead in a slippery slope to injuries and declining velo. So yeah, I definitely give Jack a shot. And you need a total buy-in. So he's not going to do the work for you, but he's going to teach you a lot, that a lot of life goals that will stay with you for as long as your baseball journey is needed, or how far you take it. And yeah, I don't know.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you again. I would like to say on the recording, thank you. You're a joy to work with. You're a pleasure to work with. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Even though you keep me up late at night sometimes and wake me up earlier, or put me on Zoom calls earlier than I'd like to, I enjoy it because we have conversations a lot of the times that don't even relate to baseball, that always circle back to some kind of crazy unlock, or um, some kind of thing that does allow for us to progress. So that tells you a lot about like what's really important in this game and what's really important in training. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing your progress as we move forward here. So
Oh yeah, be sexy.
be sexy. Very good.
Yeah.